Hello everybody, my name is Skookum. You guys are really short. Did you guys get a haircut or something? Oh, no, you're normal. Whoop. So, welcome back to another episode. This is episode 10. Wow, 10 episodes. I can't believe we made it this far. uh, so, I've got this room pretty much done, I believe. I'm thinking about what I want to put in that back wall. It might be spruce wood, it might be bricks, I'm not sure yet. Also, I don't know what to put in the ceiling yet. I might just leave it as stone. I also put some lighting in here, although it's not very effective because it's so high up. And I think if you count down, let's see, it's a 15 at that level, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, right? I think that's 10 here. So by here, yeah, we're at 9, 8, 7. So I'm going to have to work out some lighting in here. My good shovel just broke, which kind of stinks. It had fortune 3 on it and efficiency something. Kind of sad about that. You can always make another one though. I have some ideas that I've been working on for that. I just don't know how it's going to transfer over to this. I'm not sure yet. But something I could do to fix that up. I'm going to put dark oak logs on the side here and do some trickery in the top. See, I thought about having an overhang. Like, you'd have a soffit on like a house that sticks out a little bit. I wanted to do that, but it didn't look so good, so I decided to use stairs. So it sort of gives the illusion that there's like a soffit that sort of sticks out to it. So let me switch this around and do some work on that, and I'll show you guys, and we can decide what we want to do from there. You know, from back here, that painting looks like a nice Bob Ross painting. Looks like there's like a mountain, maybe a house. When you get close, looks like Bob Ross just puked all over it. What is that? Alright, so here's the final design that I settled on. I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I always say that about my own projects, don't I? It's pretty biased, I think. What do you guys think of it? It sort of reminds me of like a Japanese sort of look. Like feudal Japan, old, ancient Japan. I don't know. Sort of reminds me of that. I think this top piece is what reminds me of that. But it does look good. And I actually like this window and all this here more than I like this side, which is surprising. I didn't expect that. I didn't like this too wide wooden parts right there, the window. But I do like this side more. I think because more of this is exposed on the bottom. And as you can see, I put upside down stairs. It's sort of tricky. I didn't know what to do back there because I don't want it to look like stone, like it just ends there. So, anyways. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty epic. But for now, I have a new project that I want to start working on. Is it a good idea to start a new project? Because that technically isn't really finished. You see that I started to build up the stairway up there. But it's good to have open projects, or more than one project that's unfinished. So, I'm going to start building in this direction. And as I said before, I'm going to build some stairs that come down here. So in this direction here, we're going to have a split off here. Come down the stairs, you can go left or right. perhaps this direction in the future. So the left direction I want to be our storage room. So for sure a storage room up there, or down here, and then up there where we were just looking on top of that mountain will be our potion room. I've settled on that. So in this direction, what are we going to put? Start running through your ideas. What are we going to build in this direction? You'll never guess. I've actually decided to build a minecart station. I want to start messing around with some minecarts. We don't really have too many destinations to go to that's worthwhile for building an entire minecart track, but it will be useful in the future. We can always just use the nether if we want to go like extreme distances. Oh, did I dig that too high? I did. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so we have the nether if we want to go very far. That jungle biome where we found the jungle trees, I do have a nether path set up in that direction. It takes us there. So that's one place we can go to from the nether. Ooh. We're already running into... I wonder if we can use that as like our ceiling for this room. Or if we need to go down further. This is another thing that I don't really have planned out. Which sometimes is a good thing, sometimes not such a good thing. I didn't really plan out that bedroom up there. Can we use that as a ceiling? I don't know. Have some weird lighting glitches. I don't want to go down too far. So, what do I plan on doing for this minecart station? I for sure want it to be somewhat automated. Hopefully we can get into some interesting redstone. Did I use... is this a full block? I think these are half slabs. Yeah. Oh, okay. So those are full blocks. This is the path that leads up to the bedroom. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can go down a couple more blocks. Maybe... I just don't like having very long staircases. I chose 4 stairs here. There's 5 there, and that to me looks... it just looks like it's too high, or too long, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another step down. I'm gonna want a taller ceiling in here, because it will be like a designated, you know, minecart station room. I want it to be somewhat big. Let's... maybe down like that, and possibly another half step down here. So that will give us... well, at maximum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be plenty. Looks pretty tall. So, I guess I'm just going to sit here and randomly dig out a room. Like I said, I don't really have this planned, so who knows what it will come out as. I'll just think of it as I go, I guess. So I'll come back to you guys in a sec. Alright, everybody. I've made some progress on our minecart station room here. It's still pretty ugly at the moment. There's still a lot to be done. So I've decided to put like a control panel of some kind here. And so I have 2 buttons here. We can actually add a 3rd button in the future if we find a use for it. Actually, I don't even really have a use for this 2nd button right now. But this 1st button, what I want this to do is dispense minecarts for us. So when we press it, bam, a minecart shoots out of here. And it will land here. So I'm going to try to build as much of this on camera as I can, so you guys can see everything that's going on. A repeater here powers this block. We need a couple things. We need 2 chests. Whoops. We're going to use one of them for a dropper. Or a hopper, my bad. What else do we need? A dispenser, which I think I can use this junk bow. What? I don't want a dropper, I want a dispenser. Do I need a... let me make a bow real quick. Okay, let's try again. I just looked this up, how to make this. Aha! So it has to be a brand new bow. Oh well. We need one of those. What else do we need? I think that's it for now. So, dispenser here to dispense the minecart. Whoa. Whoa. I'm living on the edge. Let's see. I'm gonna want hopper here. No, I'm sorry. Dropper. Ugh. I always confuse all these hoppers and droppers and dispensers. So we want like a reservoir of minecarts that will shoot out of here. And okay, so from the testing that I did, I needed 3 powered rails. Okay, yep, that's already set. Needed at least 3. Dang it. To get enough power to shoot the rail. It's going to have to make a gap, because this is going to be polished andesite here. And what's going to happen is there's going to be an unpowered rail here. We can fill this in, I believe. Let's just use that. Bam, like that. There's going to be a button here that we press, and it's going to power this rail and force a block up with a sticky piston at the same time, so it shoots us that way. And it did work in the creative world, so I hope it works here. Or else I'm going to look like a fool. Let's reset this. Okay. Oh, we need a corner. So I think that's everything. It's pretty simple. We actually just don't have the minecarts. Let me make those real quick. Okay, I have 5 of them here. Let's load it in the top, see what happens. So it should go straight to the bottom, yep. Let's load them all in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Let's see how well this works. I hope it works. Aha! Perfect. I actually want to see. Occasionally, when I was testing this, 2 came out at the same time. But that might have just been... It seems to be working well. Might have just been a fluke. I don't know. Let's put these back. And this won't be open as like a door. I'll try to close it off with like a half slab here, maybe. Shoot. What that means that I'll have to just put a full block there. I can't just put a half slab. Oh well, I'll pretty that up. Like I said, this room still needs a lot of work. So, let's get this worked out here. This is pretty simple as well. Some redstone. That will go down to a sticky piston. I think that's just about it. You need a button here. Whoops. And then let's cover it up to make sure. Ooh, that might cut that off. Let's do this. Okay, so this should work. I have faith. Perfect. Alright, so let's test the thing out. So let's set up a scenario. We're coming down here. We want to go to our destination, wherever it may be. We press this. Bam. Lands there. We hop in. Excellent. Perfect. It worked better than I thought it would. So these lights up here, what I might do is for this light, I want, since this is the dispenser button, I want it to light up when we're out of minecarts. And I think I can use a comparator to test that. I haven't really figured that out yet, so that'll be something I do in the future. But that, I think, will be the idea. When that turns on, it means that we're out of minecarts and we need to come back here and refill it. I'm not sure what to do with this side yet, this button. I was thinking of perhaps setting up some sort of system where I can just press a button and choose a destination, but that's a lot of work. Probably a lot longer than a single episode. So that might be something I do off camera from time to time. So I'll think about it. Cool. I really like how that window looks. It sort of like lights up, you know what I mean? And that color glass, light gray, makes it look a little bit more lit up. Looks cool. So, we have a few minutes left in this episode, and I think there was a creeper right down here a minute ago. He's gonna creep his way right up behind me and explode my face. I want to try to do something down here. Again, this is something I haven't really planned out yet, but I want to see if I can pretty this up a little bit. I do have a few cool little ideas. So the first thing I want to work on, which might be all we get to in this episode, is I want this staircase to sort of follow the theme of our other staircases, so I'll probably use actually dark oak wood for the actual stairs. Let's throw this down. Probably need all of them. Okay, so there'll be stairs here, spruce here. Okay, yep. And underneath this staircase, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I want it to look natural. So basically, if you look at the underside of that corner there, or anywheres really, I want to build it up so that it kind of looks like it's being held up by the rock. If that makes sense. So I'll take out this underside a little bit. You know, and for a while I've been thinking about putting grass down here in spots. And I might do that, but I feel like I'm copying Etho. Because he puts grass, you know, underground all the time. And then, like, sometimes I'll watch other people, like, randomly on YouTube who play Minecraft. And, like, they'll have a base. They'll be like, yeah, I watch Etho a lot, so I put grass here. Which is fine. You know, it's good to be inspired, but I just feel like I'm, like, copying or like I'm cheating or something. You know, I don't want to take his ideas. But I do think grass might look good down here. Maybe I'll make an exception. Put some grass, at least a path back to there. This is going to be tricky. This is going to be one of those things where, like, I have to place a few blocks and stand back and be like, no, that's not too good. And back and forth. But one thing I did want to talk about, if anybody follows the Mojang developers on Twitter, one to follow if you don't is a guy named Surge. I don't remember his Twitter account name, but if you just look on the Mojang website, you could probably find it. It might actually be in the Minecraft launcher. Surge. He posts a lot of interesting things on Twitter. And lately I feel like he's been trolling everybody. Because he's been teasing so much about the 1.9 update. And like he's been making all these clues and what it's going to be about. And the clues are like so obscure. Like he did one in Morse code and oh god, like I was thinking about that earlier. When did it become so like secretive? Like maybe he's just doing it for the fun of it, but I've noticed that for the past few months, Minecraft itself has been getting a lot less updates, and I'm sure a lot of you know about that. I mean, they could be working on some pretty important things that take a long time, but I don't know. And then, like, they take this huge break from updates. Because if you remember back in the day, probably 6 months ago or more, they would release snapshots a couple times a week, or every 2 weeks, so a couple times a month. And that just quit one day. I feel like I'm not going to be able to make this look how I want it. I can already tell it's not going how I want it to. It's hard to get that natural cave look without making it look too systematic. I'm already out of stone. Yeah, but when did it become so secretive to, like, be secretive about the updates in Minecraft, Like, when Notch was developing the game, I think he would post on Twitter all the time, like, screenshots weeks before, that specific thing would come out. And it's kind of sad that it stopped. It's sort of like I said, it's sort of like trolling, It's like, what are you trying to do? Like, make everybody angry? Because it's working. Everybody on Reddit and Twitter is just like, come on, you have to give us something, like, and then he'll put like another random update that means nothing. He'll be like, yeah, figure this out. It's like, well, that's kind of mean. I have an idea. I wonder what polished andesite would look like here. Oh, not that. Whoops. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'll do that all the way around. I'm sure off camera between the end of this episode and the beginning of the next, I'll do a lot of off-camera things. I like doing off-camera things, but then again I don't, because I want to make sure you guys are always caught up. Because I don't want to start every episode be like, okay, this is what I did since the end of the last episode. Like, oh, I built this giant potion room, or I built a huge storage room. One thing I can do off camera, though, a lot, is cave. Find resources. Oh, and I forgot to block that off up there. I'm just waiting for zombies and creepers. That's probably how that creeper came down here. No, because he would have had to climb the ladder. Can creepers climb ladders? I don't know. Ooh, iron. Finding some iron ore right next to a giant iron beacon. How ironic. Another thing I wanted to mention is I keep doing this thing where, like, I'll get an episode probably, like, I'll get like 15 minutes done, and I want the episode to be like, around 25 minutes or give or take. And what happens is, I'm already out of polished andesite. What ends up happening is, like, so I'll have an episode that's 15 minutes long or whatever. And then if you notice, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to start a new project now, like 15 minutes into the episode. And then it'll run for 40 minutes. It's Like, I didn't mean for that to happen. I just needed to fill more time, and then I got sidetracked, and yada yada. So that's kind of why I'm just doing random things right now, building on camera. Ooh, that should be enough. What do you guys think of the design here? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Is that how that jingle goes? I'm loving it. Ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it. Yeah, that's it. I don't really watch TV that often anymore, so I don't see those commercials. I don't even really eat McDonald's that much anyways. Or any fast food lately. Wow. Now that I think about it. I haven't eaten fast food in quite a few months. And at the old apartment that I lived at, I lived right next to a bunch of fast food places, like all in line with each other, like 6 of them in a row. So I would eat fast food like at least once a week, sometimes 2-3 times a week, which is really bad. I'm gonna cheat and put this here. Boop. Well, anyways, guys, we're probably close to 20 minutes now, give or take. I don't even know. Again, thank you so much for watching. I say that every episode, but I really do mean it. I appreciate it. I appreciate anybody who watches the full length of the episode. That always makes me happy, because I always worry that like the episode will get too boring halfway through and people just leave. Because I know I do that all the time, so I don't blame anybody, but it's good to know that some people make it to the end, and I appreciate it. So, again, thank you for the comments and likes, and thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Having lots of fun making these episodes. Yeah, this is episode 10. 10 episodes. Maybe I'll make it to 100 someday, I don't know. I will if you leave a like on this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.